Hello and welcome back to Health Scan on YouTube. We're going to look at IBS, bloated stomach and colitis, and I'm going to explain how simple it is to get rid of these problems. I've dealt with thousands of cases of these conditions over the years and cured them. I've perfected the art of curing this fungus. This basically is all it is. It's a problem that occurs in the bowels and stomach and creates gases and so on. It's not directly related to the brain. The brain and the scanning that I do at Health Scan, of course, correct the brain, and then the brain doesn't give you the migraine, the eczemas, the depression, and all the other things. But the actual bloated stomach and the bowel problems are separate to that. They're a different department of the body. It's your digestive system rather than your nervous system. But I do know how to get rid of this fungus, and I've dealt with thousands of cases correctly and cured people. I'm just going to quote from some letters that we've had over the years. We've had an awful lot of them, and probably these three conditions feature mostly in the problems when people come to see me. I would say probably 50–60% of the people that I've seen over the years had this digestive disorder, as well as the headaches and the eczemas and all the other things. So it's something that we need to look at and as I say, feature quite strongly here today. Let me read from some letters. Okay, I'm writing to thank you for your diagnosis of my condition. I had a major bowel operation some 3 years ago at Basingstoke Hospital, that's in the UK. Following the operation, my bowel function was so erratic it caused me severe problems, having to spend most of my time on the toilet. I was told about your clinic and came to see you last April. So this is following the operation and bowels got worse. From your scanning, which I must say was very professional, the results of this have given me a completely different way of life from the previous 3 years. The results were incredible. Within a week of my scan I was a different woman, with my bowel function back to normal as it was before my operation. So I made a mess of it, basically. It has really given me my confidence back, and I thank you for giving me my life back. Isn't that lovely words? I have told the doctors of your work and diagnosis and even offered to let them borrow your book, but they were not interested. Why doesn't that surprise me? And she says, what a crazy world! Exclamation mark. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for giving me my life back. Kind of special, no? Another one. I was diagnosed with colitis some 2 years ago, and since then my life went downhill. My own GP thought food had something to do with the condition I was in, but my hospital specialist said the opposite. Hospital specialist said, honestly, it's unbelievable. You wonder how these people keep a job, or even get a job in the first place, quite honest. I had terrible stomach pains, and some days I was on the toilet every half hour, missing quite a few days off work. I felt myself getting more and more depressed, as it seemed everything I tried made no difference. You were my last hope, and I can't thank you enough. Since having my health scan with you now, I know what I can and I cannot eat, and what difference it has made. I went to Australia for Christmas and was very worried about travelling all that way, especially needing a toilet close at hand. But I was absolutely fine. I had a wonderful holiday and could relax. My life has now changed around and I feel so much happier. I have more energy and look forward to a brighter future. Isn't that kind of special? And these people have been at the hands of doctors and hospitals and specialists in operations for years and years and years. And they come to see me and they're cured within weeks. IBS, 5-year-old. Earlier this year we brought our 5-year-old son David to see you. You identified 17 items to avoid, consisting mostly of potatoes, vegetables and pork. For the last year he has suffered cramps, stomach cramps, which between 2 and 7 p.m. each day made his life unbearable, with him going to the toilet almost hourly. Imagine a 5-year-old having to go to the toilet every hour. Within about 5 days we noticed a dramatic improvement, and within 2 weeks his symptoms had almost disappeared completely. It is now August, some 5 months since we saw you, and he appears to be cured, in capital letters, inverted commas, if that is the right word to use. In January this year we were given an opportunity to see the consultant at Epsom Hospital that had previously treated him. We told the consultant of David's improvement, and he said that, she said that she could not find any scientific explanation for the sudden change in David's health. They always use this scientific thing, and they don't understand anything, or they don't want to, or they're hiding because they're embarrassed when somebody else has cured the particular problems. This scientific, inverted commas. All the scientific tests were done by the American Food and Drug Administration, so if any doctor out there would like to talk to them and check it out, okay, because this equipment and this technology works, and works very well, as I'm proving here. Okay. We reintroduced the foods after the doctor said that there was no scientific reason. We reintroduced the foods that we had taken a few days later. David was back on the settee with diarrhea again, curled up with pain in his stomach after they put these foods back into him again. It's unbelievable. They've since returned to the proper diet, taken out these things again, and he's been perfectly normal. So, isn't it incredible what goes on? It's frightening, really. Another letter. I visited you to have the screening package. I feel I can now truthfully say it's the best money I've ever spent. Since visiting you, I've changed my diet, and before doing this I was ill, had constant stomach pains and IBS, headaches and skin problems. There were several other problems. Lost a stone in weight since the scan, and basically life is so much happier and healthier. So it wasn't just bowel problems and stomach problems this lady has. In most cases people come in with lots of other health problems as well, but we can fix them all in one go. Irritable bowel, again lethargy and depression, this one, but irritable bowel is a big problem. It's now 6 weeks since I had my allergy scan. Within the first week after the scan, after more than 15 years of discomfort with IBS, in spite of consultations and advice, the symptoms disappeared. They returned when I ate forbidden foods. I can now say without reservation that by observing the diet and taking the mineral supplements, I sleep through the night, feel happier and healthier, and goes on to thank me and so on. But 15 years this person was suffering. Unbelievable. I mean, how did they justify that in the hospitals and these doctors and so on? I don't understand it. Another one here, a little 5-year-old child. I brought my 5-year-old son to see you at the beginning of February to be tested for food allergies, food intolerance. And I'm now writing to let you know how he is progressing. For about 18 months previous to our visit, Alexander had been suffering from tummy aches and other digestive complaints, which quite understandably made him miserable most of the time. On top of this, he was prone to very silly and noisy behaviour. Of course he would be. He wouldn't be very comfortable. But to cut a long story short, because we're running a little bit short on time here, when they took out the foods that he was having problems with, within 2 or 3 days they noticed a vast improvement in his condition. His concentration, his hyperactivity and his stomach problems were cured. This is a child that could well have been put on Ritalin or something by the doctors because of his condition. It was his stomach that was giving him the problems all the time. Now 3 months down the line, whinging is a thing of the past. He has much more stamina, and I feel my happy sunny child has been returned to me. It's meant cutting out chocolate and some of his favourite foods like chips, but he readily accepts that as he doesn't want his tummy to sting again. 5-year-old child, quite happy to follow the diet to get better. And there's lots more of these, there's lots more. I could go on all day with these letters. Anyway, I think you've got the message. If you haven't, look at my website because there's a lot more letters on there. You can also buy my book, Why Doctors Don't Make You Healthy. You can review it on my website, healthscan.co.uk. If you need any help of any kind, you know where I am, email me through the website. I travel the world an awful lot, so the best way is to get hold of me is by email, and let me know how I can help you. And I do travel and scan people throughout Europe in particular, but I travel the Middle East as well. So I'm there. If you need help, please contact me. Okay, gotta go. All the very best. Bye bye now.